Now, the sports for South Mississippi with Patrick Clay.
It's semifinal Saturday here at MGM Park as 4 teams remain in the Conference USA tournament. This time last year, Southern Miss needing to beat Charlotte twice to advance to Championship Sunday. This time around, the roles have reversed. The 49ers taking on the Golden Eagles, looking to keep their season alive and force a rematch tomorrow morning. The high school football season already flying by. Welcome to the Week 4 edition of the Friday Night Football Showdown. I'm Patrick Clay, joined alongside Hugh Keaton. Hugh, entering tonight, we had 3 undefeated teams on the coast: East Central, Gaucher, and St. Patrick. Now, the Hornets aren't a big surprise, but I can't say I would have predicted the other 2.
It's amazing. I mean, everybody says hard work pays off, and it does.
Brendan Hardy still on cloud 9 from his life-changing phone call earlier this afternoon. The Harrison Central standout selected in the 31st round of the MLB draft by the New York Mets. Now, the Red Rebel pitcher did sign collegiately with Jones County and tells me he's 50-50 on whether or not to go pro. But he says he's honored to be drafted by a team that wanted him from the get-go. This past year was another big step forward for you. Your appearances going up, the innings pitched going up. Do you feel like you're starting to find your own in terms of being a major league pitcher?
You know, I learned a lot this year, and I had a lot of older guys in the bullpen that could really show me the ropes.
Normally, you can find some of the top offensive line talent in the country inside the state of Mississippi, but this year in particular, we've got a rather special class of area prospects from right here on the coast. Tonight, we introduce you to the Coast Big 3. Bryce Ramsey of Harrison Central, Brandon Cunningham of St. Martin, and Lewis Paul Smith of D'Iberville, all area prospects for the class of 2019, and each one committed to a different member of the Mississippi Big 3.
Pitcher, hitter, and then he can do it all, so he probably has the all-around everything. So
you guys make up a pretty good team then.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Trenton, Peyton, and Braxton Lee. 3 brothers, all 3 baseball standouts. Throw in the baseball and then throw in just the testosterone. How good were those games in the backyard growing up?
They were awesome. It was competitive and you had a lot to work for. It was hard.
The road to Omaha runs through Biloxi. Southern Miss and Florida Atlantic squaring off in the Conference USA Tournament Championship game with a trip to the NCAA tournament on the line. The Golden Eagles making their 3rd straight tournament championship game appearance, but for Florida Atlantic, it's their first time making it this far in program history. Over 2,200 fans on hand at MGM Park this afternoon. Up 2-0 in the second. Bryant Bowen smacks it to left. See ya. It is out of there. 2 2-run bombs give Southern Miss a 4-0 lead after 2. We move ahead to the 7th. Gulfport's own Daniel Keating up to bat, rips one to center. That'll score Matthew Guidry. Keating with 3 RBI on the day, makes it a 7-3 ball game. Then USM just breaks things wide open in the 8th. Matt Wallner's grounder scores Guidry again, part of Wallner's 4-hit, 4 RBI day. Golden Eagles up 12-3, 1 out away from clinching the championship. Florida Atlantic pops it up to center. Wallner gets underneath it, makes the catch, and let the celebration begin. A dog pile near home plate as the Golden Eagles are Conference USA Tournament champions. Southern Miss beats Florida Atlantic 12-3, winning their 2nd tournament title in the last 3 seasons and clinching an automatic berth to the NCAA tournament.
It's an awesome feeling, you know, to come back and win it in my hometown and just be able to experience all the fans and everything. Just great atmosphere. It's awesome.
As the fireworks went roaring over downtown Biloxi, the celebratory showers went from Gatorade to beer. And I just want to say, is anyone enjoying this championship as much as Wendell Rijo? Live your best life, good sir. But he wasn't the only one having fun. Plenty of, well, adult beverages to go around as the Shuckers enjoy a well-earned championship celebration. It was something else to be in the middle of all that. Whenever the Phoenix Suns play in New Orleans, there's always a strong South Mississippi presence in the Smoothie King Center. Now, that connection may be a bit of a surprise to the average NBA fan, but for those on the coast, it's a bond built by 2 local products living out their professional dreams. It's been said the odds of any one high school basketball player eventually playing in the NBA are less than 1%. So how about two athletes who spent their high school careers less than 30 miles apart, making it to the NBA and playing on the same team? What are the odds of that?
Yeah, man, it's a small world, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's very rare. You rarely see that.
Moss Point's Devin Booker and Biloxi's Isaiah Cannon, South Mississippi's dynamic NBA duo, who also just so happened to make up the Phoenix Suns' starting backcourt.
It's nothing but love. We always talk about the rivalries, the Moss Point versus Biloxi rivalries, and we wish we could have got a chance to play against each other in high school, but it's all good. We here trying to live out our dream and try to compete, and good thing we got a chance to play together.
From setting scoring records to winning the NBA three-point contest, Booker has quickly established his place in the league, and the Suns rewarded his efforts with a 5-year, $158 million max contract extension this offseason.
It meant a lot. I've always said, Phoenix has been a home for me since I've been out there. It's been unconditional love with the fans, and just securing 5 more years to be playing the sport that I love, is a blessing.
Meanwhile, Cannon's place in the Suns' backcourt, or really his place in the league, seemed much more in doubt just 9 months ago.
From being there from when the incident happened, a gruesome injury.
A lot of emotions, a lot of anger.
Cannon with a clear pass. Oh boy, awkward landing, don't look.
A freak accident left Cannon with a dislocated foot, a fractured fibula, a torn ligament, and without a spot on an NBA roster. But through all the adversity, the Biloxi native fought his way back on the court and back in the Suns' rotation, starting every game at point guard through the first month of the season.
9 months ago when I looked down at my foot, I didn't realize I'd be back at this point or back starting at this point. So it's a blessing, and I just kept that faith and just kept the belief in myself.
Their two professional journeys may have taken very different paths, but both led them from South Mississippi to the Suns' starting backcourt. Every time Booker and Cannon take the floor, they put on for the coast, and the message is starting to spread.
I try to put the city on the map the most I can every day, but I can't reach that international stage like he did. So, I thank them a lot for that. A lot of people have never heard of Moss Point, and now since then, our name, should be a little bit bigger on the map.
And it's a message to all the young athletes in South Mississippi that regardless of the odds, your dreams can become a reality.
You can actually make it coming from Mississippi and make it to the highest level, which is the NBA. So we always like to try to perform and just be a role model to all the younger kids that look up to us and that have dreams of making it to the NBA just like we did.